Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a Project Use It Up update. I am really excited, as I always tend to with this particular challenge. I have a lot of items that I have finished off, some new items that I'm bringing in, and then some items that I'm still working on. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave chapters down in the description box so you can ping pong around to where you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the items that I have finished off. Kicking off items that I finished off, I have probably like the most obvious ones that I've used up, and those are the two Sol de Janeiro like cream samples that I got as part of my Sephora birthday gift for this summer. I used up Coco Cabana cream, and then I also used up the Brazilian Boom Boom cream. This is a lovely scent, and these creams are really luxurious. They feel awesome. It's a really nice sensory experience, and let's be honest, I'm really into the sensory experience when it comes to body products. I will say that even though I like these, I won't buy them because they're just too expensive. I mean, each of these is 0.84 fluid ounces, and I think collectively I got 5 full body applications. It's just because I'm very liberal with lotion application, which is cool. It doesn't really matter as long as you're not picking a lotion with a really high price point, and this is a really high price point. Like, I'm fairly certain for their holiday, they came out with a really large tub of the Boom Boom cream, and I think it's something like $72. That's wild. I would love to live the life where I could just go pay $72 for lotion, but not me, not this girl. So happy to have used these, but I will probably not get them again unless they're a 100-point perk or some sort of like freebie. Continuing with the lotion theme, I've also finished off the Sugarberry Smash Bath & Body Works lotion. I didn't have very much left. I went through this pretty quickly, and I had opted at the last update to not pull another lotion in because I hadn't fully decided what lotion I wanted. I try to, before in these challenges, I try to test something out and make sure I really do like it before committing myself to it in a project. I don't always have products in here that I'm absolutely in love with, but when it comes to lotion, at least right now, I want to try to work on items that I like the scent of. So after I finished this off, I just spent the rest of the month sort of figuring out what I might want to pull. And spoiler alert, I do have some lotion that I'm bringing in. So stay tuned for the new product section of this update. Fourth item I have finished off. I'm really excited about it. It's my Biore Baking Soda Cleansing Scrub. The saga is finally coming to a conclusion. Basically, if you guys missed this, I was using this as an exfoliant for my face at first, liked it initially, then hated it and wasn't using it, and really was then not exfoliating my face at all. And I kind of had a reckoning with myself where I basically was like, I either need to declutter it, find a new use for it, or use it on my face. Like, I can't not exfoliate my face. I definitely think that my face benefits from exfoliation. So I thought, like, all right, in past, like with face wash, I've used it alternatively as a soap. So I was like, maybe I'll try this as a body scrub. It wasn't the most amazing body scrub experience, but it did get the job done. So I decided to solely go all in on that mantra to use this as a body scrub. So at the last update, I was here, and then I used this 2 or 3 more times as a full body scrub. Definitely not a regime that I will adopt in the future, but it did help me finish this off. And I'm happy that I got usage out of it because I did pay for this full price. I used to really be in love with the Biore Baking Soda line, and I sort of just purchased all the things from the line before I thought about, do I really, 1, need it, and 2, will I use all facets of the line? And this sort of just lingered for that reason. So very happy this is gone. And this was like the largest face exfoliant that I had in the hoarding closet. The other, I feel like 2 that I have left are minute. I should be able to get them used up really fast. The last item that I have is sheet masks. Fair warning, I've mostly been working on my treatment masks. I'm still going through this phase where I don't want to over moisturize my skin, so a lot of my moisturizing masks I just have been using more like once a week versus 3 times a week, which is what I was really trying to adopt in the winter months, but I just think until it starts to get consistently cool, I can't go back to that because my skin won't be able to handle all of that moisturizing. So I've used up the Leaders La Botica Green Tea Skin Soft Mask. I have the Egg Cream Mask Pore Tightening from Too Cool for School. I have the Sephora, the Bubble Mask. P.S. This mask did not feel good on my skin. And when I looked up reviews on Sephora, that was a consistent comment. Like, people were like, this kind of stings my skin. And I was like, ooh, yeah, I did experience that. I didn't have any like adverse reaction afterwards. Once I took it off, the stinging sensation went away, but not one that I would replicate again or recommend. And then I have my Wave Stunner Clay Sheet Mask with Refreshing Sea Kelp. I will say that these three are in the 5 or more like per use range. Don't think any of them are worth that. The Leaders one I probably liked the best and was the softest and most enjoyable experience out of all of these, but just wanted to make note that some of the ones that I have are really high single-use price points and they're just not worth it. The other ones that I have are all from Tony Moly. I have the Brightening Cherry Blossom Mask, the Vitalizing Rose Mask, and the Refreshing Orange Mask, all from the I'm Real line. These are all fine. I don't find these masks are as soft as I would like them to be. I mean, I feel like Tony Moly was the first Korean skincare line that I dipped my toes into, but as I've explored more, mostly through my exposure of Facetory, I've learned that they're sort of the more expensive and not as great Korean skincare line as a lot of other Korean skincare brands. So I feel like after I'm done with most of the Tony Moly masks that I have, I don't think I'll buy Tony Moly again. I'll focus more on the lesser known Korean brands. Like Leaders, I don't think is lesser known, but Leaders is much better quality in my opinion. All right, now that we've talked about all of those products, let us move into the products that I have made progress on category. I'll start very boringly with just the sheet masks I haven't used yet, just to refresh you. I have the Garnier Skin Active. This is just plaguing me at this point. The Seventh Heaven Glacial Clay Spa Mask. 2 from Tony Moly, the Illuminating Lotus Mask, and then the Cactus Mask. Leaders Illuminating Treatment Mask. The Facetory Whoa H2O Hydrating Mask, and the So AE Snail Brightening and Moisture Mask. Another item that just doesn't have any progress and is officially being retired from the challenge is my Fortune Cookie Soap Free Spirit Alleluia Skin Gel. I lied to you last month and told you that I would make a concerted effort to just start applying this and then applying lotion. I just didn't want to. I just for some reason felt like that was a layer of extraness that I don't want to adopt. Unlike other times I choose to be extra, this is not one of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold off on using this and hope that it still is good come next summer, and then I will try to use it very quickly at the start of next summer. If it goes off and I'll declutter it, and that is life. But for now, I'm just willing to take the chance on that in hopes that it will work in the summer because it just doesn't work for my routine right now. So say hello and goodbye to this product. Okay, so now let's talk about some products that I actually have made progress on. The first is my current body scrub. I have the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in Moroccan Rose. As a reminder, I have been keeping track of number of uses, and at this point I have used it 3 times. After 3 uses, we are here. I feel like I'm getting really close to the bottom at that point. Pros and cons of the packaging. I do like that I can unscrew this and scoop my hand in it and get the amount of product that I want. On the flip side though, I noticed that I do get water in here. I try really hard to keep it in an area of my shower where the water isn't like pouring into it, but just naturally as I'm in the shower and like I scoop it in, it drips down my hand and I get water in there. So I do notice myself dumping it before I put the cap back on it. And I also have found the more I smell this, the less like rose, like true rose I really get from it. It really just reads more like a rose soap, which I don't dislike, but other than that, the texture of this is great. This is a true, like really get the layer of skin off of your body scrub that I like. And I feel like the price point of this is fabulous. Now that I don't have the Biore scrub in here, this is all I will be using. So I expect to have more than just 2 times since the last update. I feel like I probably will get this finished off by the next update because I love it. And I will use a lot of it when I scrub myself. Because again, I'm very liberal with applying scrubs, shower gels, lotion. I just am somebody who applies a lot of product. Now let's talk about the 2 shower gels. I am really proud that I've made some great progress. The first is the Iced Pear Margarita Shower Gel. Some of you guys were really sweet last month and you were like, oh, Victoria, you could use this like as hand soap, or you could use this in another way. Love where your head was at. I love the ideas. But my issue with this wasn't that I disliked the scent. It was more just I wasn't loving it for this time of year. I mean, we're talking that we're now in October, and I'm very much craving vanilla scents and like true rose scents and some of that more like wintry fall-esque vibe. But I'm at a place with my collection, and I kind of knew I was headed there this year, that I can't always have the sensory seasonal experience I want. I do have like a handful of vanillas and roses, so I will be able to get by, but I do have some of these odd duck non-fall winter scents that are getting old that need to just get used up. And that was sort of the case with this one, which is why I'm not going to put it back. I'm going to force myself to use it, but it actually went by much better since I had another shower gel whose scent I really like. So it was kind of like, this is the one that I used, and then the next time I showered, I had like the fun one that I liked, so it kept me motivated because I made, as you can see, a lot of progress. I was here at the last update, and now I am down to here. We are on track for a finishing this product off before the month is over kind of progress. I'm real happy with it, and I'm even more pleased with my second shower gel, which is the Golden Magnolia Sun one. Ooh. This one, I was here at the last update, and now I am down to here. They're also like pretty equal in the amount of usage. I had very little progress from month 1 to month 2 with this, but then when I finally got over myself and just powered through, I made a lot of progress. So I definitely think this one will go first, and I have picked another shower gel that I'm real into the smell of that I think will go well when I do finish this one off to go with this one. So happy with the progress, and if I don't finish them both off, I'll be surprised, but here's hoping I do. We now move into the final portion of today's video, which is the new products that I am bringing into the challenge. We'll start with some good old staples that I always seem to have. The first is my lotion. Like I mentioned earlier, once I finished the Sugarberry Smash, I sort of just went through my lotions, not my creams, my lotions, and tried to think about ones that I really like the smell of. We're starting to get down similar to body washes, but even worse in the lotion category. We're starting to get down to lotions that I don't necessarily love the scent of, but I'm going to eventually use them. I've just sort of committed myself to that. There was, however, one that I uncharacteristically had used about half of and decided for a while that I didn't like it anymore, but now that I've come back around to this like love me some floral forward scents, I re-smelled this one and was like, where have you been all of my life? It is Wild Honeysuckle. Whew. I feel like I used to have like I think it was called Butterfly something. I'm sure those of you who are much better at remembering all the scent names know what I'm talking about, but I feel like this is similar to Butterfly, but it's even more singular. Obviously, it is called Honeysuckle, and it's from one of my really old, like 2012, 2013 lotion section, and I was like, it's time. It's time to finish this off. You're going to love it. It's going to be great, and I used it a couple of times, and I was like, yes. So I basically have been using this as my morning shower lotion. I am marking that I am here, and you would think that I'd be able to get this finished off pretty quickly, but here's the problem. Once I committed to wanting this to be my next lotion, I started showering at night because with my routine now that school is back in session, I am working out in the afternoon / like early evening, and then I come home and I shower. I'm not showering in the morning. It's only in the summer when I work out in the morning that I do shower in the morning. So this one is not moisturizing enough on its own for nighttime showering. So because of that, rather than just automatically grabbing an oil, I grabbed a cream. So let's talk about that because I'm also bringing that in the challenge. This is the Creep In Whipped Cream. I got this in my most recent Halloween Fortune Cookie Soap box. And as I mentioned there, which I'll link that video up here in the cards in the description box if you want to go check it out. It was a lot of fun, Hansel and Gretel theme, all about it. But as I mentioned in that video, I really enjoy getting those seasonal boxes. I only get like 2 a year in that particular seasonal category because it really helps infuse newness with also oldness. You know, this is 2012 and this is 2020, so it gives me a nice bit of like excitement for new products, but it also for some reason does keep me focused. As weird as that sounds, the idea of like, oh, bringing in new products makes you focused, but it really does, because I like to rotate. I just like to rotate things. So because I've been mostly nighttime showering, I have pretty aggressively been working on this. And I love it. And truthfully, I thought about coming on here and telling you guys like, oh, I'm gonna work on this and another body cream. And then I was like, no, this is the point of the project. It is to try to hold me accountable and try to keep me on track. And the way I'm gonna keep on track is by finishing off these gosh darn super old lotions, because let's face it, they're not gonna be good forever, so I need to get them worked on. So I'm bringing this one in for nighttime showering, and then the off chance where I do morning showering, I will have this. But to layer this conversation further, when this is gone, I'm going to then commit myself to oil. I'm pulling in my Physicians Formula Argan Oil. I haven't mixed oil and lotion in a really long time, so I decided to pull out a brand new one to see how much lotion to oil, like ratio usage I can get. So we'll see how this goes along. I'm hoping that I can finish this off entirely and then maybe move on to Winter Candy Apple. I feel like it's the best compromise of what's currently in the body lotion category, but we'll see. I'm also bringing in 4 new single-use mask products. I'm getting to a point in my treatment masks where I'm getting low on, or basically am out of sheet masks. And instead I have more of those single-use cream type of like lay it on, let it dry, wash it off types of face masks. They're not my favorite because I don't enjoy washing those off in the sink. I feel like it's the easiest and quickest to wash them off when you're in the shower, but I don't always, before I decide I want to shower, I don't always stop and think like, oh wait 10 or 15 minutes, put one of those masks on and then hop in the shower. So I need to just put it in a challenge that I'll actually do it. I'm bringing in 4. I have 2 from like CVS brand line. I have avocado and oatmeal, and I have lemon and mint. Both of these I got for free. And then I have 2 from L'Oreal. I'm pretty sure they're the same mask. I could be wrong. I have the Pure Clay Mask Detox and Brighten. It's got charcoal in it, and then I have the Purify and Mattify version as well. So I'm trying to get through those, and then I basically will be done with my treatment masks once I finish off ones like this. I don't have a ton, but enough that it's a problem. Also bringing in a exfoliant, really excited about this. As soon as I decided I wanted to exfoliate my face again and not use the Biore one, I looked at the 2 that I had left in my collection, and I decided to go with this Amore Pacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. Basically what this is it's a powder. I'll try to show you what it looks like. It's basically just like a powder that's in there that you pour some into your hand, you mix it with like a little bit of water, and then you wash it over your face. I like this stuff, but it's a weird sensation. It's a weird experience where as I'm like rubbing it over my face, I feel it start to disintegrate and basically fade away to nothing, which I'm not entirely accustomed to when it comes to face scrubs. I'm used to using like things that linger a little bit longer. But this, I still, despite it sort of disappearing really quickly, I feel it taking effect on my face. That could be because this is a peel and not necessarily just a like quote unquote exfoliant. They do the same thing, but a little bit differently. This stuff is nice. I don't know if I would shell out the bucks for a full size, but it basically proves to me that it's a much better quality product than the Biore one ever was. Although I think they were trying to accomplish the same thing, they both just weren't doing it. So I am starting at this marker. I don't know how quickly I will go through this, but I'm enjoying it. I'm happy I'm working on a new exfoliant finally, and my face is responding well to it, which we always like that. Coming down to the final 2 products. Next one that I have is one that I alluded to earlier, and it is a new shower gel. I don't know what's happening, but when Ben finished off his last shower gel, I asked him, I was like, you've got a lot of like vanilla based scents. Would you like a vanilla one? And he was like, sure. So I was smelling his vanilla ones, and I pulled like vanilla bean, super basic, didn't really think much of it. And then the first time he showered with it, you guys, I don't know what it is. I swear it is not a typical vanilla, or at least it's not the same type of vanilla as warm vanilla sugar. There is something about it that I just love. It's almost like a perfumey vanilla and not a bakery vanilla. I don't know, but it has got me obsessing over vanilla. So I decided to go in my particular shower gel collection and just pick a vanilla based scent. So I'm gonna go with Beach Nights, which is Summer Marshmallow. I want to say a couple of these. Ben has one or two of these himself. Like, this was something that was super clearanced, and I did like the scent of it, but I just haven't used it in a while. So I'm going to pull this in, but not allow myself to use it until I finish off one of my two current ones. I just assume that I'm gonna finish one of those off really fast, and so I'm gonna need something, and this is the one that I'm selecting, but there's no marker on it because I haven't actually started using it. Final item that I'm bringing in is one that I'm reinstating. It's one that was placed on hold, and it's making a comeback because we're finally in hair straightening season. And when I last pulled this in, it was like 2 weeks before I decided to start hair curling season, so it wasn't great timing. The one I'm bringing back is Oscar Blondie Daily Silk Serum for all hair types. This is basically what I am putting in my hair right before I straighten it. I haven't purchased a heat protectant spray in years, and it's because I've been trying to look in my hair care collection to find alternatives to a heat protectant spray, and these like silky serums are the closest I've come. If you're a hair connoisseur, you're probably gonna tell me that's not the right way to use these. I don't care, it's how I'm using it, and I'm making progress. So the two blue lines are from when I originally had this in. The black line is where I am starting. I will be curious to see how much progress I make in the next month, or if I finish this entirely. I don't think I will, but I at least am liking the effect it's having on my hair. It does make my hair look really nice. I wouldn't say it's keeping my hair really sleek. It's more just like making it seem, you know, nice and pretty looking. Can we tell I don't know a lot about hair? But anyways, I'm bringing this in, and I will keep plugging away on it and other serum products like that, because that is, I'd say, like half of what I have. If it's not leave-in conditioner, it's probably some hair serum that I have in my collection, and they need to be used up. All right, guys, that is it for me and this very chatty update. I appreciate you spending some of your day with me and cheering me on in the comments like you always do. I really, really feel like this year especially, I've made tons of great progress in the way of some pockets of my collection that needed some serious usage, and I'm really, really happy with how I've been doing. I hope that you have been doing well lately and enjoying some of the nice transitional fall weather. I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I look forward to talking to you in my next video real soon. Bye.